All right, everyone. Hello, hello. We're back. I'd like to share one more song for you that is the number one viewed song of theirs.
Let's do it. I'm most interested just to see how many views are on that video. And then if that's views, how many listens have been, right? Because, I mean, there's going to be way more listens than views just because it's a lot easier to listen to stuff than to watch stuff. So, insane.
Well, okay. So I'm glad.
I imagine their tours just sell out.
They sold out here.
Yeah, like in minutes or a second. Oh, wow. 541 million views. Over half a billion people have watched this video.
Yeah. Or 500 million views.
Is this like... Are there videos that are more viewed than this video? Or is it, I mean, not many if there are.
Despacito's 8.8. Wow. Despacito's 8.8 billion.
Okay. Wow.
All right, so... let me preface this one. God's Menu. This was over 5 years ago. So, okay, this is like one of their biggest, I think it's probably their biggest early, because again, they debuted in 2018. This came out 2020 or so. You have to remember, these are 17, 18, 21, 22-year-olds.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and there's the reason why I'm saying this.
I'm getting some strong racing vibes, some F1, maybe. Some NASCAR.
Oh, yes. Oh, I forgot. Yes. And so God's Menu is, again, they were heavily criticized. They're always criticized of being, you're too loud, you're too noisy, you're too this, you're too that, you guys are sloppy, you're lazy, blah, blah, blah. You know, they were even calling one of the guys fat, the main rapper guy, Bang Chan.
Okay.
Or not Bang Chan, Chang Bin. They were like, you're fat. The dude's muscular.
Maybe with a PH.
Because, again, Asian standards.
Maybe with a PH, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Trust me, I know. So they just released a new album, and I just saw another video of theirs, and these boys are growing up, and they're starting to get muscles, and it's unusual for Asians to go muscular. These guys are buffing up. It's crazy. Anyway, okay. Don't make me fangirl. Come on,
No,
John.
We got to hear your fangirl. That's what I'm here for.
All right, here you go. All right, so like I said, this is, hey, we're not everyone's menu, or I'm sorry, we're not everyone's taste, but we will cook things up where you're going to like a dish or two of what we make. That's the premise of this. So all the imagery is all about experimenting, baking, testing, cooking things.
Got it. Okay.
Building. Okay. And here we go. 손님 어서 오십시오 이 가게는 참 메뉴가 고르기도 쉽죠 시켜도 감을 만족하지 지나가던 나그네 비둘기까지 까지 까만 비둘까지 쿠키와 소스의 맛 따로처럼 음미하고 내게 말해봐 테이스 그 반응에 모두처럼 딱 모두 자극적인 거
I'm feeling the beat once again.
Seconds.
So whoever's making these beats is killing it because we're 3 for 3 at this point.
The first two rappers. Yeah. The first two rappers, they're the producers.
Incredible. Yeah. Yes.
Did you notice on the first rapper, his eyes were red and blue?
Start it over again. Let's start from the top. I did not notice that. I think I was overwhelmed with the audio because they're so loud. Probably, you know.
I know. All right, here we go. 손님 어서 오십시오 이 가게는 참 메뉴가 고르기도 쉽죠 시켜도 감을 만족하지 지나가던 나그네 비둘기까지 까지 까만 비둘까지 쿠키와 소스의 맛 따로처럼 음미하고 내게 말해봐 테이스 그 반응에 모두처럼 딱 모두 자극적인 거 가닥하 때까지 온가지 cause boundaries 경계 따윈 없어 마치 창조받은 그저 계속 만들어가 새롭게 because we're one of a kind 누구도 따라 할 수 없는 now So that's the third. 5-star Michelin 미의 정점을 찍고 눈에 보여 illusion.
That guy's voice is way lower than I expected. That trips me out every time. Like every time that guy gets, I'm like, that's his voice? I was expecting something a little bit of a higher octave. But yeah, that dude's tripped me out. That's the blonde guy from the first one, right? The Australian?
Yep,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep, like,
he's
the
Australian.
hair is different every time. So I'm trying to, keep him straight.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, everyone's like, he's got the face of an angel, but the voice of a demon.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Michelin,
yeah, they call it the Felix effect. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's his voice. It's crazy.
By the way, tangent.
And by the way, he can sing.
Do you know the story of Michelin, like the 5-star, the Michelin restaurants?
Oh, the restaurant, the ratings and all that? Wait, no, what's the story behind it?
So Michelin, the tire company, years and years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So gazillion years ago, when cars were still kind of new, people were not driving enough for the tires to run out, to wear out, for people to replace their tires. And so in order to do this, Michelin created these like pamphlets, these little books that had different places you could visit. And so gosh. And so some of those were restaurants. And so the restaurants really started to kick off, and then Michelin started rating the restaurants. And then the culinary industry responded by like really valuing the ratings of like a 1, 2, or 3-star Michelin rating. And so that's like when we hear about like a Michelin star restaurant nowadays, that's the origin, is the tire company getting people to travel so that they would wear out their tires so that they'd have to buy another set.
That's freaking crazy.
It's like the greatest marketing ever. I love that stuff.
That is great. Thank you for the fun fact. I've been in restaurants for like years. I had no idea.
The more you know.
Ah, well, thank you, my friend. Thank you for that fun fact. Fun fact
That's
with John.
Right. God's menu.
Okay, let's do it. He's 18, by the way. 19.
계속 만들어가 새롭게 Because we're one of a kind 누구도 따라할 수 없는 their own game 시작부터 다 우리 것 잠깐 떠나갔다 해도 결국
That's one of the rappers, by the way. He can sing.
That guy's voice trips me out every single time.
I know, right? I love the dance moves in this one.
You know what's interesting? So one thing I noticed, all 3 songs, they're talking about themselves. Which I think is interesting. Like all sorts of... I wouldn't say it's uncommon that a band is talking... But a lot of times... Well, I guess a lot in rap, you're basically just bragging about all the stuff you have. But... a lot of songs you're talking about your experiences, or there's this theme that like the second album of a popular band is always about traveling and like missing your loved ones, because that's what they're doing. They caught popularity and now they're on tour and they miss their girlfriends and stuff, right? So they're writing all the songs about it.
Yeah.
But it kind of struck me that all 3 of these songs they're self-focused. So they're talking about themselves in
Yes.
different ways, which is interesting. I'd be curious listening to like more songs on their 7 albums, how many are focused on themselves? Like, does it just coincidentally turn out that these 3 are very self-focused, or are they really the topic of most of their songs? I'd be curious about that.
They definitely write about their experiences a lot. So they're one of the few K-pop bands that actually talk about mental health in earnestness. So some of the band members have suffered from some serious mental health
I bet
challenges,
that goes with
like
fame. Yeah.
significant, like ideation
Well,
type of
you were.
thing. And so they sing about it, and not in a like, oh, I'm sad. They actually they talk about you know uh, so okay, so I think there's some cultural too.
Mm-hmm.
K-pop is always about positivity, so they're always about uplifting and encouraging, and because they're a more conservative
Right.
country, right? You can't be talking about you know GTA type of activities. You know
Right.
what I mean? You can't talk about
Yeah.
that. So they will typically speak in metaphors. So
Mm.
there's no uber sexual content or anything
Sure.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
that. They and that's where they double entendre, triple entendre a lot of the
Right.
stuff, right? So you have to, if you have a dirty mind, you'll pick up some of the naughtier
Sure.
things that they're
Yeah.
alluding to. Excuse me. But I I think their bigger hits, like the one I'm playing for you, are the ones that they're calling out the people who push them down,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
or they sing about encouraging their fandom community and encouraging them to do better, be better, always be
That's
together.
cool.
Like they're very uplifting, I'd say, in general
Yeah.
in their music. But yes, there is a lot. They get a lot of hate. They get a lot of hate. It's
Well,
weird.
I mean, typically Asian countries are just extremely traditional, right? It's all about carrying on the tradition. Um, and so it sounds like, now I'm new to this, but it sounds like they're really breaking tradition with their historical culture. And so I could see that a lot of people in their home country and their home culture are criticizing and say, what the heck are you doing? This ain't it, and they're
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like their version of punk rock, right? Like they're pushing against the status quo, and they're like, I mean, like any teenager, right? You're breaking out and you're trying new things and you're rejecting the old and you're, doing new stuff. And so it really sounds like they're kind of like punk in that way. While their genre is not punk
Yeah.
in from a musical genre, it's punk in attitude, pushing against the status quo, which is cool.
I love that. I'm so happy you're kind of like catching this stuff. Like thank you. Thank you. So okay, we did 3 and I don't want to overwhelm you. But so is it something you'd want to come back and hear more?
I would like to hear more because, like, with what you shared with me, I do appreciate that you shared some kind of different sounding songs, right? Especially the first to the second. But I'm really curious now just to kind of understand more like the breadth of their 7 albums. Are there some slower songs? Are there some, how did the beats switch up? Like, these songs are very like multi-layered from a drum, bass, like just audibly, right? There's a lot of sounds happening at the same time. And maybe that's something that like the traditional folks are pushing back against. I would be curious, just like, do they have a lot of range, or are they really kind of in this zone that they really focus in, that they're finding a lot of success in?
Ooh. I think we're pulling you in. We're pulling you in to hear the others.
Also, too, just like the beats, I mean, I don't understand half of it because it's Korean, right? But I mean, I do
Right.
respect the flow, which is super cool. But also, I mean, just like a lot of these beats, especially that second song during that chorus, I could just
Oh,
listen to that beat with no words, and just vibe with that. So that sounds like the type of thing that would get me hyped to skate, which I will be doing later tonight. So maybe I'll fire that up on my way to the skate park later.
you know what's so funny? There's another song that I didn't play for you called Megaverse. That one I think you would be jumping to. I had another friend of mine listen to Megaverse, and he goes, He's like, I'm not sure if I could like just listen to it casually. He's like, in the
Yeah.
car. He goes, because if it was in the car, I'd be going 100 miles an hour. And I'm like, okay. So
Gotta be.
But anyway, okay. Well, John, I'm so sorry. I would say thank you so much for coming, and you're the best, my friend. Thank you for trusting me.
Yeah.
You know, I've told you to join me. I thank you for being a good sport about it.
Anytime we get to do content together or anything together, I'm always up for it because you're one of my favorite people. So I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, sir. You're the best. All right, everyone. That's it. That's another. God, this is a long one. I might cut this one in half. But thanks, everyone. And we'll see you on the flip side for another one. See ya.